Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 37 of 100 Days of Magic. Sorry, dang. Still feeling a little under the weather, but I do feel better than I have the past couple days. I was planning on doing all the magic stuff and building decks and doing videos and stuff for the past 3 days because my wife's been out of town and spent the whole 3 days in bed. Anyway, figured just got this in the mail yesterday. Boy, you can tell that's an old card right there, can't you? Even through the here. This is I know what this card is. This is a revised card here. And this is what is that? M10. Not just the play difference, you can see, I mean, just the coloration. It's just slightly different. Yeah, of course, this card's got about 24 years on, or no, 22 years or so on this card. But the color scheme is similar, but it ain't exactly there. You can definitely tell if you were playing in a unsleeved deck, you would definitely be able to tell. But anyway, this is what I got in the mail. Let's see if we can't focus this up. Oh, hey, cool. Lady of the Mountain. Yeah. Yeah, this is a legendary creature. Thank you, Legends. So she's a 6-mana 5/5 that 5/5s all day long. Now she's red and green. Exactly what I'm doing with this, I don't know. Just briefly before I flip the camera on, I did a search. There are only, is it 5? There are 8 cards with the word lady in the title. And one of them is like Temple of Malady. It's just in there. And yeah. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with her just yet. Of the Mountain may be a thing. It may skew a little more towards. Maybe this is the red-green deal that I with the Orcish Lumberjack and the Timber Wall and all of the red and green stuff that work together real well. I don't know. Maybe before Ravnica. Because once we got Ravnica City of Guilds, it really defined the red-green interaction. But even on worlds that's not Ravnica, it kind of defined what red-green does. I don't know. It was a legend. Didn't have it. I got a builder. Y'all let me know something. But the other 2 cards are, of course, Soul Rings. As I look for cards, of course, now she wasn't, because I think she was a common. When you order stuff off TCG Player, of course, you got to have the $2 minimum. And so anytime I order something cheap like this, I'm like, well, they got any Soul Rings? Because, I definitely used some Soul Rings, and the only ones they had were real Soul Rings. I say real Soul Rings because, to me, this is Soul Ring. I like the reprint, don't get me wrong. I love that it exists. But when we all think of Soul Ring, this is what we think of. Ooh. So now, which 2 decks get the... Because I have way more decks being built in progress than I have Soul Rings, obviously. I typically... Because not all decks need it. I do acknowledge that it is the number 1 played card in our format. And it is so versatile and so utility. But I have to be very choosy with what decks get it because I don't have a lot of them. And I won't reuse cards. I don't know that I've covered this in a while, but every one of these decks have its own own cards. Like Dak and Blackblade. Those 99 cards belong to Dak and Blackblade. That's how I view it. So I don't take them out or whatever, but that's just, I don't know, it's my personal philosophy, I guess. Mainly because, for a couple reasons. One, I want them all to be legal, playable. And number two, I ain't smart enough to remember what cards I took out of what deck. Because, I mean, let's face it, that's a whole lot of remembering. I got a 4-page handwritten document from just these 12 decks that I took cards out of to get them signed next week. Whoa, that is next week. Magic Fest Memphis. I'll be going to that. It's next weekend. Thank goodness it's next weekend, not this weekend, because, man, glad I'll hopefully be all the way over this. But it doesn't hurt to talk now, so that's cool. But if any of y'all are going to be down in the Memphis area for the Grand Prix, look me up. I'll be there. We're going to just be chilling around. I probably won't be playing in the main event, but you can bet I'm going to go through some bulk boxes. That's for sure. Anyway, I believe that's all I've got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching. And hey, y'all let me know what you think about the lady here. Any ideas that you got for... here's an idea. A Richard Kane Ferguson deck. I've always wanted to do an artist deck, but it's got to be one of the early ones who has just a ton of cards. I don't know how many. Here, let's look up on Gather real quick. If we can look by artist. Richard Kane Ferguson. How many cards did Richard Kane Ferguson do? As of right now, he's done 62 cards. And that spans all 5 colors. So that's probably not enough. Now, I need to do an artist deck because I really want to do that. We'll have to find the artist that has the most cards in it and do that one. But anyway, I'm rambling. I got to get to work. I'm actually planning on making it through a whole solid day of work today. Yay! I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think, and we'll see you tomorrow.